It all comes to a head on the beach when Alice picks up the machete, charges at Mrs. Voorhees full speed, and straight up decapitates her. It's another iconic kill in a movie with plenty of them, and the hands in the air gesturing, "Why, God, why?" are just the cherry on top. Trish uses the opportunity to knock Jason's mask off, and then Tommy freaking stabs him in the face, and then Jason falls and slides down onto the machete in his face. Oh, it looks a little silly, a little gruesome, and pretty freaking awesome. Tommy resurfaces and cuts off his arm with a machete. The Jason wannabe then falls down onto some farm spikes, which is their technical name, and his mask peels off, revealing that he's... Holy shit, it's Roy Burns? No way! Wow. For Jessica to find her Power Ranger dagger and stab Jason in the chest. His soul, erupts from his body, looking like a bunch of Roman candles popping off into the sky. A Falcon kick seals the deal, causing, a bunch of different colored lights to go from the sky back into Jason? I don't know. What's going on here? Then a bunch of those hands from Labyrinth pop up and pull him underground. And with that, I'll count Jason once again on the kill count. But don't worry, Jason, it's only forever. Not long at all. She eventually subdues him with a vase to the head and kills him by dropping a TV on his face. It's funny how this kill wouldn't really work nowadays with all our light-ass LED TVs. See, technology makes us safer. Knife to stab her before getting shot by Gal, who, really, Billy, you probably should have killed out there on the porch. Randy tells them about the classic horror movie ending trope.
Careful. This is the moment when the supposedly dead killer comes back to life for one last scare.
And Billy's finally killed with a gunshot to the head by Sidney, giving us our 7th and final kill of the movie. You'd think there would have been more, but most of the time, Ghostface was just attacking Sidney and letting her get away. Crazy eyes and tries to turn Cotton against Sidney, but Sidney knows how to win over Cotton's heart.
Bet you that Diane Sawyer interview's looking real good right about now.
Consider it done.
Can't be Diane Sawyer, Deb. Cotton shoots Mrs. Loomis, and this actually does kill her, if you couldn't tell by Laurie Metcalf's exquisite dead body face right there. That's a decade of Roseanne acting paying off in a big way. Mickey pops up like a whirling dervish before the ladies shoot the shit out of him, finally killing him for real and giving us our 10th and final kill of the movie. Sorry, Mickey, if you had played dead a little bit longer, you might have been able to just sneak out of there after they left. Turns out he's right, because Roman pops back up and charges at him. Dewey shoots a ton of bullets into Roman's chest before he finally lands a headshot, putting Roman down for good, giving us our 10th and final kill of the movie and ending Roman's whiny little massacre. She's not even really dead. She grabs a shard of glass and comes behind Sidney for one last attack, but Sidney shoots her, by now a seasoned veteran of the killer's last hurrah that these movies just love to comment on. Dean comes out of the operating room to see where Jeremy is, and Chris surprises him by impaling him with the antlers of a stuffed deer head for the 2nd kill of the movie. Even more fun symbolic stuff here, since buck is a term historically used against black men in post-Reconstruction America. Before she takes a letter opener and tries to stab him with it, but he takes it through the hand like a champ and turns it back around on her, stabbing her in the head or maybe even the eye there just off screen. Hey Missy, stop stabbing yourself. He almost puts Chris to sleep with a headlock, but Chris stabs him in the leg with that letter opener and then kicks him down, ultimately killing him with a series of super violent, super squishy kicks to the fucking head. Get out of here, Jeremy, you nasty little racist weasel. Next time try dry shampoo. Jesus, dude, just die already. Norris must have been thinking the same thing because he shoots him through the heart. Blood splatters everywhere and Chucky is finally dead, so he'll go on the list, even though I already counted Charles Lee Ray. Whatever, I do what I want. After Andy saves Kyle and they go and check on the Chucky heap though, he comes back to life to attack them some more because that's what he does. Kyle sticks that air hose in his mouth to inflate him like the bad guy in Live and Let Die. His head gets super huge before finally blowing up in spectacular fashion, and with his being reduced to a decapitated bloody plastic mound, Chucky is finally dead in this movie, our 8th and final victim. Go and push it over and then kick and punch the crap out of it. Through their teamwork and Bill's crazy determination face, they're able to kill it. And yeah, kicking and punching's a little lame, but they also tear its heart out like they're Jim Carrey in that fantasy sequence during Dumb and Dumber, so you know what, I'm not gonna shit on it too much. Chucky does his usual I'm not dead yet jump scare. Tyler gives Andy his knife back and Andy uses it to cut off Chucky's hand. Then he pushes him off his back so he falls for a very long time straight into a dangerously open giant fan blade that's just chilling inside this, again, let me stress, pop-up fucking carnival operation. The fan blows him to pieces and gives us our Chucky death of the film. And this is one of the most satisfying Chucky deaths in the series since that fan chopped up everything, so it definitely killed the heart. He sees Chucky run around, which, you know, it's gotta be pretty weird for him, and then Jade takes Preston's gun and shoots Chucky a bunch of times, apparently killing him in the lamest death that Chucky has ever faced in this entire series. I guess there's only so many times you can be thrown into a giant fan or get your melted head blown up. Glenn gets mad and attacks Chucky with kung fu noises and front flips and shit, cause why not? Jennifer Tilly slides him the axe and he goes straight up fucking psycho on Chucky, cutting off each and every one of his limbs and calling him daddy in the most unnerving way possible. For his part, Chucky shows he's not a hypocrite by telling Glenn he's proud of him for his violence.
Attaboy, kid.
With one last last swing of the axe, he decapitates Chucky, which is apparently enough to kill him nowadays because this franchise gave up on the whole kill the Har thing somewhere back in 1990. Final fuck you from Chucky, Andy channels his inner Nika and crushes this Chucky's head until it looks like a smashed Crimson Pumpkin. Man, if you think about it, Andy just killed like a 1-hour-old beast. Her yelling is cut short with a gunshot to the abdomen by Ollie, who follows up with a headshot to put her down, ending one hell of a performance by Marcia Gay Harden as one of the most easy-to-hate characters I've seen in a very long time. While he's doing his coward's retreat, Burke opens another door to find a badass Xeno Mamma Jamma who bares his teeth and eats him off screen. Pretty disappointing. I think everyone wanted to watch this guy suffer. He snaps to for whatever reason and shoots some bananas into Jack's torso, causing him to explode like he's in a Gushers commercial. I'll include Jack on the list because a third movie is unlikely after the actor who plays Sam, Christopher Allport, died unexpectedly in 2008. But Kelly is the ultimate victor when she tosses Billy down a few stories to get impaled through the top of a Christmas tree. In the movie's first and only effective use of blinking lights, we see his body's shadow on the ceiling over Kelly as she looks down at the dead-ass lens. Jig is up, homie. Nothing left to do, huh?
To die, to sleep, no more.
Well, except, I guess, to quote Hamlet and jump off the fucking building. Yep, Richard kills himself, and we don't even get to see a splat. He's just falling, and then he's lying there dead. A crowd gathering round, because who doesn't want to look